Rolling, rolling, rolling. Steamboat is rolling. Rawhide. Velvet leather. No matter the weather. Johnny's supposed to run it with the rest of it. No matter the weather. We'll be riding. Johnny. High and wide. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Johnny messed my song up, Hattie. He's up here trying to scoot between me and the gas pedal. Johnny, stop. Whoo, doggy, Hattie. That's Johnny. That Johnny's a pain in the butt, Hattie. He's a pain in the butt, Hattie. I know it, Pawpaw. I told you. Ivan's got his goats all and that. He's making sure they all stay together. What would I do without Ivan? There's Miracle over here. What would I do without her? Her and Ivan. Watching their babies. Watching their family. I took the tarp and the blankets off of them. And they're pretty active. And I'm going to take those robber boards off. And, maybe, I don't know if I'll do it today or not. They're getting pretty active. It'll be easy for them to come and go. We're not having a lot of problems with robbers right now. I've been feeding outside that other feeder, and I think that's kind of kept them away from the hives. And they're going to be starting to come to where they're going to start laying a lot, laying more eggs and hatching off more, and they're going to need a little bit easier access of getting in and out. Those robber boards work good because robbers go down to the bottom where the entrance was, and they can't realize the new entrance is above that board. It's just kind of confusing to them. The bees on the inside of the box found out real quick. They come out their entrance and they got to come up that board to find daylight. And they learn that real quick. The other bees, the robber bees, seem like they have a problem doing that. Now they make commercial stuff for this purpose, but it's basically the same thing. All right, I'm going to get on out of here. I've got some other stuff to do. Steph and I have purchased a nuke. Well, she bought one and I bought one, and we won't pick them up until May. And she'll show you her process of taking them out of a little small box and putting them over into a hive, and I'll do the same thing up here. And I only bought those, another one, because we've lost some bees in recent times, and I didn't want to get completely out of bees, so I thought I'd go ahead and buy one. The last one I purchased was back right before Hurricane Harvey, and we lost it. We took it from here and put it up high, but it still wasn't high enough, and it destroyed it. So we're going to buy another one and rework these boxes here. And I got that box down where Dustin's going to build at. I've got to move it up here, and we're going to do that one day. We'll take the tractor down and cover it all up and move them up here one evening late, maybe at nighttime, and set them up. I don't want them down there when they trying to get ready to get moved in. Okay, that's all I'm going to do out here right now. All right, guys, I'm going to make another batch of biscuits today. You know, I'm out here in my lab. You know, wild stuff goes on out here. Now, what I've done, I've put 1 cup of flour, just 1 cup of flour, just self-rising flour, 1 cup, 1/2 cup of my starter. The other starter I put over in the refrigerator. Remember, I had two bottles or 2 jars. Okay. I'm not going to need the other one for a while, and I'll keep feeding this one as long as I'm baking each day. And the other I'm told, and what I could read, if I decide I need it, I can take it out and let it set out the night before. It'll be ready next day. May have to feed it. That'll be fine. I've got my skillet in here heating, preheating. I've got my half a cup of starter here. That stuff smells so good. Sourdough starter. And I'm going to use a half a cup of milk, I think. And now the difference in my teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of sugar, and I've got my bacon grease heating up in the microwave to oil my pan and put a little bit on top of the biscuits. The only difference I'm going to do today is I'm going to put a 1/4 of a cup of cooking oil in these biscuits. I'm told that will make them lighter. They'll be lighter, so that's what we're going to try to do. Okay, now I've got a half a cup of milk, and I may have to add some more milk. Okay, I may have to add a bit more milk. It's regular whole milk, and a 1/4 of a cup of cooking oil. Okay, I'm gonna stir this all up and see what we come up with today. Try this one-handed. I got my roller. I got my roller. Here we go. Oh, I'll put a little bit more flour on there, yeah. A little bit juicy. Get it down about that thick. Looks like about 1/2 inch or so. Take my cutter and just cut them. Okay, and I'm using pieces to make one more. Okay, I've got my bacon grease thawed out. My pan here is preheated. Whoa, that baby is hot. It is a hot one. So I'm going to have to try to probably use both hands here. A little oil in there. Ooh, yeah, I hear it boiling. Then put my thing back on. So I roll that around in here good. Put the excess back into here. We don't want them sitting in it. Set it right here, just temporary to put the biscuits in. You got a little baby biscuit there, that'll be Heidi's. Yeah, it'll be Heidi's biscuit. All right, now all I got to do is put my oil on top of them. We're going to be in business, guys. We're going to be in business. Okay. Spread it out a little bit here. I'll tell you what I'm going to try. I'm using one hand, so it's a little bit tricky. Just a few drops. Then I'll spread them around. Okay, let's see what we can do here. A little spoon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Ah, that's good. Good stuff here. Good stuff. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to put it back in the oven. And we'll see. It's at 450. And I'm going to clean up my mess. And I'm going to take this extra flour I have here. This here is the good flour. And it's going to go into my jar of starter. I'm not going to put it back with the flour that's been sifted. And I'm not going to throw it away. It's still good. Okay. You know, one thing I'm really realizing for the first time, I guess, in my life, I realize this, that you ladies, and y'all have been having fun cooking all these years. And you may have been trying to say, well, I got to go home from work. I work in the office. I drive. I do this. on the road, kids. I've run kids all day. I've heard all these things. I've heard all these excuses. Not excuses, but statements. I worked all day and the office is very hectic. I drive to and from work. It's 2 or 3 hours. Traffic is horrible. And then my family is home and they're ready to eat. And I got to cook. But you enjoyed cooking. You enjoyed coming home and cooking. And I just been hanging out in the kitchen. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now I know I can turn this off and go about my business. Now you could too. But this is fun and you know it. This is fun stuff. How is fun stuff, ain't it, baby? This is fun stuff, Pawpaw. Fun stuff. This biscuits have been there 8 minutes. Just hang on. I'm getting a lot of ideas, seriously, from some of you folks. Someone says, put some honey in your starter. Why not? Or, you know, I don't want to mess my starter up. Heidi, just wait 1 minute, baby. You just got to wait. I want to get my starter perfected before I start adding anything to it. I don't mind adding stuff to my mix after I've got it out here. Like today I added the cooking oil and we'll see how it works. One day I may add honey, give it a little more of a flavor, you know, to the mix, not to my starter. Wait, baby. Wait. What? What? You know, I'm making a video. You know that, right? You know Papa's making a video? Thank you. What would I do without her? She doesn't. Sometimes she acts like Johnny. Okay, hang on. You know, Lulu's out of town, so I can't test this biscuits with her. And old Dan's not going to tell the truth because he's so afraid I'm going to perfect a biscuit and he's never going to be able to keep up. You okay? So I may not test these on him today because the last time that's on the toilet. Well, he wasn't. He wasn't. Dan told a lie. He will tell a story now and then. Okay. Okay. Not for sure if I like them. I had the little small one. I didn't let them get as brown as I wanted them. They cut in two real good. Actually taste good. But they're not any lighter, I don't think, than the other ones I made the other day. That's what I was trying to see. I don't know. They may be a little bit. And I made these a little bit more moist, a little wetter, I guess you call it. So we have to kind of keep tinkering with it, but they taste good. Got a good taste. Got a good taste. Hang on. If I get that to stay there. Well, hang on. Hang on, folks. Yeah, here we go. Let's see how well they cut in half. Okay, I'm going to take it and just cuts in half pretty easy. Sticks together, don't fall apart. You get a good taste to them. Yep. Now, turn this around. All right. You turn a mad scientist loose in a lab. It's no telling what they're going to come up with. Now, I'm going to go in. I almost started to do like Dan. I'm going to go in and fix me some lunch. I make some creamed potatoes. I got a couple pork chops left over from the other day. and biscuits and a big glass of tea. Then I'm gonna relax. Now, I'm gonna take these biscuits in a plate because I wanna oil my Dutch oven back down. I wanna oil it down. And I'm gonna just set it back in the oven for a few minutes and let it just cool off on its own. And maybe a paper towel here. I'm going to show you what I do. So I'm going to turn it around, okay? Okay, I oiled it. That's a little bit too much, but I'll dry it out here a little bit. I like to re-oil it. Oh, it's hot. Woo, that baby's hot. And I'm going to put it back in, and I'm going to do the whole thing inside and out, okay? Where's my other mitten? Here we go. I'm going to turn it over here, right here. It's still pretty hot. All the way around. And now, I'm going to set it back in the oven and let it just kind of cool off on its own, okay? And I've got this plate of biscuits I'm going to take in and fix me some supper. Yeah, supper. I'm going to fix me some supper. I love you, folks. I come out here to love on Amy. I try to make a daily trip out here. Hey, Bill, you want to give you a ride?
Okay.
Get on, I'll be right there with you. Hottie may be a little wet. She's been in the pond.
Okay.
Just make her move. Amy's been doing a lot better. I've been watching her. This girl's doing a good job on her hooves. Bree's doing a good job letting her walk around. And she's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Now and then she shows it, don't you? Give Bree a hard time. She's a good girl. Yeah, I'll give you a ride. Amy, Hottie's a little wet.
Yep, here.
You get your garden done?
Yeah, I tilled it more and then I just went and filled up diesel in it and then I washed it off and I put it back. So.
Oh, wow. Come on, Hattie, come on. I'm sorry.
You're all right.
A little wet. I'm real proud of Amy's progress. I'm real proud of Bree taking good care of her. Don't she, baby? I know. Pawpaw. And y'all might see her get a little frisky. That's a good sign. It's a good sign Amy feels like getting frisky. For a long time, she's hurt. She gonna give him a kiss. Give him a kiss. You can. You can. Give him a kiss. But I love this horse, and Bree loves this horse. I can call you a horse, right? I can't call Ivan a donkey. You're not spoiled like Ivan. But seeing her give Bree a hard time, jumping and running, kicking her heels up, those are things we haven't seen in a while. So I take my hat off to Bree. Don't we? We do. Amy misses her goat friends. They'll be back. But every day, you do. I know you do. Every day she gets to go out with Billy and on good days, sunny days, and Granny and hang out. And I think that's an awesome thing. Don't you, baby? You know you like them. They like you. That's a good girl. That's my baby. My baby girl. I gotta go. It's about to get dark on Pawpaw. Steph has finished disking her garden. And I just took her home. She took the tractor stuff back to Lester. Washed it and filled it up with diesel. I told her, I said, hey, my help to you, furnishing the equipment, I may get you to plow and disc and till my garden. That's a good trade-off. You use my equipment, borrow a tractor from Lester or Jake, whoever. My equipment hooks to a smaller tractor. It'll hook my old Ford tractor. My old Ford right now is just not wanting to cooperate. We got to dig into it, see what's going on with it. But it won't all hook up to my old big tractor, old Big Red. Right, Amy? Amy's sitting here listening to Pawpaw talk away. She said, I don't know about you, Pawpaw. I don't know about this guy. Well, I know about you. You're my baby. My baby. I love you. Anyway, Steph said, I'll be glad to do it. And if I had that hay out of there, it would have went ahead and plowed it and disced it. But there's still hay in there. And I'd have to move it all. I would have to move it all to do that. But I think next week, she's gonna be gone. And I'm gonna take old Big Red and I'm gonna try to move all that hay out of my way. And then, it is dark. Get Steph back up here. All right, folks, I had several people ask me about this sign behind me. That's my friend Bobby Rader. Bobby's our sheriff. Bobby gave me that sign when he ran for sheriff. Bobby and I went into law enforcement together. And he was for state trooper, and I was deputy sheriff. But we worked together for years. And now he's sheriff of our county, a good man. So I always just keep his old sign there. It's because, you know, he's a friend, just a personal friend, former co-worker. You know, when you work with people, especially in these type of jobs like that, you learn to depend on people, you know, in a big way, in a big way. And he's just one of them. Anyway, just my old buddy. Also, in this video, I reviewed it, just kind of look at it. I don't edit. I forget it. I'm not going to edit. If it shakes, it shakes. If I sway, I sway. But I saw when I was doing something, I had dough on my fingers. Well, at some point, I washed that off. It didn't go all day with that dough hanging on my fingers. And I'm trying to think of something else I know someone is going to ask about. I know someone, Amy had a piece of straw hanging on by her eye. And I was looking back, I said, somebody going to say, you need to get that off her, Pawpaw. I'm going to finish this up and get this out to you guys. Amy is doing a lot better. I watched her today, Bree laid her across the driveway, even across that old hard rocky driveway, and Amy just walked right on and went out in that pasture, never missed a step. So proud of her. So proud of both of them. And that's about all I'm going to say. I don't know what else y'all might point out on this thing. It was fun out here today. Everything I do is fun. I try, seriously, I try to make my days fun. All my life, every day hasn't been fun. But days that I can make it fun, I'm going to make it fun. So I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to get it out to you guys one day this week. Biscuits turned out good. Not as good as I think the ones I did the other day. I saw several things I may have done wrong. There's a little bit, I think, too much floury kind of residue on them. They tasted good. That's the main thing I was looking for. And they cut good. You put butter on them, they did real well. But I'm sure keep on playing with it. My starter, I ain't gonna mess with my starter. I like the starter. It smells good. I can come in here anytime I want to and take that lid off. It smells so good. I'm not gonna change yet. I may change some of the ingredients I do on the side, but not the starter itself. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all take care. I love you guys.